Tuesday morning on By Invitation, we have the pleasure of talking to Dr. Billy Quek, Master Trainer and International Motivational Speaker.
Also old friend. Billy, welcome back to the show.
Hey, welcome, and
thank
you for having me.
Of course, it would be our pleasure, I tell you, because as soon as I heard Billy's coming, okay, Richard, this is your time now.
Yes, from this moment on, we're going to be more motivated in life.
I like how you include me in life. You need to find the motivation. All right, Billy, so there's something that you do called live by design, not by default. Now, this is a phrase that you've created, and what is it all about?
Yeah, it's a quotation that I've written some time ago.
Okay.
And then we look at the training programs that we offer, and we realize that these training programs actually do help people live by design.
What does it mean, live by design?
So it's about living by your own design and not by default as what people will lead you.
A lot of us live by default, do you find?
I think we get influenced by the environment around us, the people around us.
Yeah.
And they kind of like dictate what we should be doing, how we should be living, rather than we really taking charge of how we like to live and what achievements we
Basically,
like
like your parents tell you, okay, I want you to be this, I want you to grow up like that and all that. So that's living by default.
That's correct.
But it's not even, the parents are one thing, but then when you become an adult, your surroundings, your work, your friends, all that stuff makes you start living by default.
So we like to advocate and recommend that people take charge rather than allowing situations and people around them to dictate what happens.
Okay.
Or worse, allowing the other part of themselves, the negative part of themselves, to rule their lives. A lot of times you get people, not any one of us here, but your friends who are on diet.
Yeah.
They know what they're not supposed to eat.
Yeah.
And yet when the food is presented in front of them, usually what happens?
They eat.
Yeah. So they kind of like go by default.
Right.
Rather than by design, even though they knew that was the wrong thing to do.
I tell you, this is a show for Richard today.
No. But if it's your cooking and if I don't eat, you take it as an insult. Why are you not eating?
So bad.
There you go. Invite more friends.
They will eat my food.
Okay, on By Invitation, we're on to something very interesting this morning. We're talking to Dr. Billy Quek, Master Trainer and International Motivational Speaker. Topic of discussion that we have today is live by design, not by default. And if you have a question for Dr. Billy Quek, feel free to call us 0395433333, or you can put your question on Facebook or even a comment as well, fb.litefm.com.my on The Light Breakfast. On By Invitation this Tuesday morning, talking to Dr. Billy Quek, Master Trainer and International Motivational Speaker, talking about live by design, not by default.
Yeah, okay. So, Billy, live by design, not by default. You gave us a little summary of what it's all about and stuff like that. But, Richard brought up an interesting point. How do we decide, and this is a program that you offer to anybody out there,
right,
to sort of transform their life and find out what makes them happy. Live by design, not by default. So what is it that the program exactly offers? Like someone like me, if I wanted to start living by design, why would I go to do that program?
Okay, first off, in order to really take charge and master your life and really live by design to fulfill your own destiny of whatever that makes you happy, then I think we need to be equipped with skills that are wholesome.
Right.
So we realized that the programs that we used to do, and we used to train them individually, like certifications in NLP, in timeline therapy, in hypnotherapy, in coaching skills, they were individual courses.
Okay.
But when we put them together, that really formed a complete toolbox to help people take charge and live by design.
But what if you're a really negative person, like everything just gets you down? Can also do a course like this.
Then you must come.
Richard, you better sign up.
And when you say live by design, Billy, it means that you are trying to pursue something that you like. That you're passionate about.
That's correct.
But you're scared.
But in reality, if that thing doesn't pay off, how can you be passionate?
You're talking about your diving, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about scuba diving as an industry.
Say it,
okay, so a part of what you need to do, different values areas in our life, different areas of focus. So you got relationship, you got career, you got your own fun, your own personal development, your money and family and everything that you like to develop. This program actually puts together all of this to help you discover what is it that you want to do but that you're not doing. Okay. Who is it you want to be but you're not being? Right. And what do you want to have in your life you're not having? So back to yours, right? Diving is a passion, but it doesn't necessarily produce profit and performance for you.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is to put these three P's together and find the power core. That part that overlaps, that would have passion, that would then also produce profit for you, so that it's sustainable, and then you can perform in it so that you can survive in the particular trade.
To narrow and come to a focus and then pursue that.
There you go. I know of people who are full-time divers, instructors, and they love it because, they're diving. There's a passion.
Exactly.
Yes. And we are to live by passion. Without passion, life is simply motion.
Right.
So we got to do something about it, right?
So
and with whatever you like, with whatever you like, there's always an opportunity, there's always a possibility to find a niche for yourself, to design something out of that. So question to ask is, how is it that someone else can actually do it, but we can't? So what is missing here?
Yeah.
And that brings me back to the training, because then you're being equipped, if you go through the training, with skills, with the necessary mindset that will then allow you to maximize whatever you want to do. Pick any trade on earth, someone will be very successful in it.
The missing link.
There you go.
Is what we're trying to find. But Billy, is it right to say, a lot of people are scared to do stuff because, they're worried about failing, but on the flip side, are they worried about succeeding as well?
Right.
Yeah.
There are people who will sabotage their own success.
Okay.
But that brings us back to what's really the inner core, the thing that motivates you, that functions inside of you, that drives inside of you. I think my country director was here and was talking to Richard some time ago about motivation, and it was something about changing the light bulb.
I tell you, it's your light bulb thing.
So it's motivation by pain.
Billy Quake.
So it's motivation by pain, or is it motivation by pleasure? There you go.
I got everybody asking
Everybody
me that.
knows about you and your light bulb.
I know. Okay.
But here's something for Richard's wife. Don't need to nag. I'm sorry, remind.
Okay.
Men, women perceive them very differently.
Watch it.
So actually, equipping yourself with skills, not only will you get the desired result, and that's living by design. So an example like that, when it comes to just dealing with your spouse, if she knew that men are very territorial, she doesn't have to nag at you. Because when she does, she's angry, she's annoyed.
Yes.
And that builds negative emotions in a relationship.
Right.
And then you get annoyed for being nagged at. So all she needed to do is just come to you and say, Richard, the light bulb that you haven't fixed for 2 months.
For the 100th time, Billy, really? I mean, still have to say nicely, darling, can you please fix the light bulb? And then it doesn't get fixed.
That's one way to do it.
Right.
But if that doesn't get resolved, then you need to change. We call this a law of requisite variety.
Right.
So what I would recommend, I hope she's tuning in, is just to come and say, Richard, the light bulb you haven't fixed and I've reminded you for 2 months already. It's okay. You don't have to do it, because I just met our neighbor John, the tall, dark, handsome guy.
Whoa!
He's on leave this week.
That is going below.
So when you go to work tomorrow morning, he will come and help me fix it.
Darling, it's fixed now.
All the lights change in the house
there
now.
You go.
That's a good one.
So if I were to relate that back, it's about discovering what lights your fire for ourselves to live by design, as well as managing and dealing with the people more effectively around us to get the results that we desire, that is mutually beneficial.
Okay, good stuff. We're going to be talking more about this in just a bit.
Thank goodness Billy is not my neighbor. On my invitation, yes, we're talking to Dr. Billy Quake, Master Trainer and International Motivational Speaker. Live by design, not by default. That's our topic of discussion today. If you do have a question for Dr. Billy Quake, feel free to call us 0395433333. You can also put your question, or if you do have a comment, feel free to post it on Facebook, fb.litefm.com.my. Here on The Light Break. On by invitation, we have the pleasure of talking to Dr. Billy Quake, Master Trainer, International Motivational Speaker, and talking about living by design, not by default. We have a question from Gomez.
2 weeks ago, I went for a function. My car key was lost. So, in a normal situation, you just say, oh, gone, man, now what am I going to do? How am I going to go back? And all these things, But I said to myself, no, I must go to the function and make sure that everyone sees me there and I'm okay. I went, I had my fun, everything.
Yep.
After that, I called up a friend of mine to help. And by the time we were about to, on our way back, we received a call from the nearest police depot saying that your keys are here, come and collect it.
Oh, where did you lose your keys?
In Subang.
Oh my gosh.
So Subang is a safe place.
Welcome to the hood, brother.
Exactly. So your question is, are you living by design because you didn't, faff about where your keys were and things like that?
Yes.
Oh, that is interesting, Gomez. Okay, Billy.
Yo.
Yep. What is he living by design or is he living by default? Because technically he had to go to the party anyway, or wherever he was going to.
Sure.
He just didn't make a fuss about where his keys were.
There you go. That's living by design. He has chosen what to focus on. And it's about focusing on the right thing. Like in this instance, if you fast over it and you still have to go to the party, you're not going to enjoy yourself. So why not just free your mind? Go there. Live by design.
Well, how do you free your mind? You're talking about your car keys. The car that's worth how many thousands? It's like, oh, where's my car?
Oh my God. Yeah, but what you start...
when you fast over it, that ain't going to help either.
Yeah, well, that's true. It's true. It's not going to help.
And here's the other thing. How many times you walk into the kitchen trying to look for the pepper, and you get all frustrated because you can't find it. It seems like every time you want a pepper, you just can't find it.
Yeah.
And then someone else comes and say, hey, what are you looking for? Why are you so angry? And they say, I cannot find my pepper, but the pepper was right in front of your face. And
I think that's a guy thing, Billy. And then they have to call the wife. Where's the pepper?
Okay, I want to come back on the show. So, yes, Sarah.
Yes.
That's a guy
thing. Okay, but saying that, do we fuss over things too much? Like the little things, do we make too much of a big deal over small things that can ruin our day? Traffic, Billy, come on, there's so many things,
Sure. Yeah. In NLP, we have a concept called perception is projection. How you perceive on the inside, how you operate on the inside, they get reflected on the outside. They get projected on the outside. So really, if you're running a negative state, your external physiology, behaviors, and actions, they ain't going to be positive.
Right.
And if they are not positive, then how is it that you're going to be getting positive reactions and responses and results? So focus on the right thing. So with Gomez's case, I say two things here. One is keeping your focus, focusing on doing the right things right. And two, learn from the experience.
Ooh, Richard, you could
If you're
have
stuck in a jam, live by design. Just turn on to Lite FM.
Oh, yeah, Baba, there you go.
On my invitation, talking to Dr. Billy Quek, master trainer and also international motivational speaker once again. Any questions that you have for Billy, feel free to give us a call, 03-9543-3333, or you can also put your comment or your question on Facebook, fb.litefm.com.my on the Lite Breakfast.